Alex, you're just chatting at the bar, mate. A few beers.
Should we have a few?
Take the edge off.
My name's Harry Roberts. I'm the vice captain of the twos at the Pembroke Old Scholars Football Club, and I've been here for about 6 years.
Harry, tell
Alex.
us a bit about your journey over the last, 8 months now? Tell us a bit about that.
So November last year, 2022, Mum booked me in to go get a skin check because she thought I had a little weird spot in my calf. Luckily she did, because about a week after the skin check came back that was a melanoma. Really shortly after that went in for surgery with Dr. Jack Harbison. Took a little chunk out of my calf, a few lymph nodes out of my groin just to check if it had spread at all up through there, and unfortunately it had spread a little bit. So yeah, just on some treatment for the last 6 or so months and got another 6 to go.
Hearing it first up, it was pretty numbing. Didn't really know what to expect or how far into it was, what stage it was. Because I just got a message from Mum and it was pretty surreal. It was just a shock. Didn't feel real.
Yeah, Wayno! Yeah, boy.
What was your first reaction when you first heard the news?
Obviously, just devastated for him. You'd never like to hear, like I said, I've known Source for a long time, so never like to hear about a mate going through something as serious as that. So yeah, when I first heard it, obviously your first thought to just, how can I be there for him as a mate?
When you're going through your early 20s, you do think you are invincible and nothing can really affect you. So to hear someone at the same age as you go through something that is so serious, it sort of puts life into, no shit, this is real. This can affect anyone at any stage.
Everyone thinks they're invincible. I definitely thought I was too, but this just shows anything can happen to anyone, so you got to be ready for it.
Yeah, so I've got involved with Pembroke Kings after I shared my story after training on a Thursday night, which is awesome. And I've been through a couple bouts of cancer in my 20s, some mental health challenges, and it's been a bit of an ongoing journey, still is ongoing, but I really love getting to footy clubs and relating to a similar demographic, of guys and girls who are out and about running on the footy field, but kind of having these conversations off the field and talking about some stuff they probably otherwise wouldn't even think about or talk about. I then met a young lad called Harry Roberts, and he shared his story of recently going through a melanoma diagnosis, and he was just so open, honest, vulnerable in the way he shared his story to me. And I really admired that, but also how he had shared his story with the players. And I felt like it was a really powerful thing to have when you've got someone, one of your own going through this. And I think straight away I felt that real special bond, that relationship with not only Harry but the whole club. We did an initiative, Melanoma Round, which was fantastic, partnered with a wonderful local GP, Lane Hinchcliffe. And I think there's been over 50 skin checks done. Lane continues to come and do these skin checks at trainings. I shared my story to the family, supporters, sponsors, so they could kind of see some of the work that Pembroke are doing in this space.
Thanks, ladies and gents, and thank you. And have had testicular cancer, but they got diagnosed early.
I couldn't imagine going through that, and then obviously he's had 2 different forms of cancer, so going through that twice, what a unbelievable story in person.
I've got a drunken party trip called Real or Fake. And for me, it's choosing what I can focus on, what I can control.
They say kind of don't meet your heroes, but you can definitely meet Hugo. That was unbelievable. He's been a great support over the last couple of months, just chatting via text, a few phone calls, and then obviously he's come out to the club a couple of times, so super grateful to have him. His experience you can kind of lean on, and the way he approaches everything, it's really inspiring.
Yes. John. Yep. Hey. Stop it over. I got ball. I'm right. Jesus, you're side.
a really, really good on-field leader. I'm sure that people who come and watch the game see how vocal he is out there, and he's a really important player for us.
Perfect setup. Yeah. But as long as we've got 2 tools in the second line. Where's the tools coming? Go! In the middle there, we weren't quite as frantic. Really early on. Really take for granted how many trainings, how many weeks, how many pre-seasons, how many games actually goes into playing 100 games. Yeah, I was really grateful actually. It was a great day. We had a great win. The team was really supportive, and luckily Whitey let me go forward and kick a snag at the end of it too.
So a bit of backstory about this. Harry Roberts thinks he's the best forward at the club, but he's not. He's a back pocket, and that's what he always will be. So he's been itching at Whitey, get me up the field, get me up forward, and Whitey finally put him up forward for his 100th game. While it was awesome to see him kick one, I was also like, that's just going to feed into it though.
Get him! Get him!
Sauce today, 2 kicks, 2 goals for 100.
Honestly, the way he's dealt with it, I'm actually pretty proud. Like, put aside the feelings of like, what's going to happen? Is he going to be okay? Like, now, looking back at it, I've been so proud of what he's been able to do with melanoma around, how he's been able to get out of the club, no matter what aspect, whether it's walking laps or training to, as hard as he can. It's been really good to see.
To watch the way Harry has dealt with his diagnosis, the way he has supported his family through the diagnosis, the way he has continued to be part of the club, continued to come to training through the highs and lows of the treatment that's followed his surgery, has been absolutely inspiring. And I know that everybody at the club is behind Harry, and everybody feels inspired by his journey.
Yeah, I think my message ultimately would be like, you're not a superhero, you're not immune to anything. Even if you're in perfect health in your mind, like, you might not be. I don't know. I think especially young men, like I was previously, just think it'll happen to someone else. I think I talked to Hugo about it. If there was like an illness or a disease or a cancer where you have a 1% chance of getting it, everyone would be like, I'm not going to be that one. And then even if you had a 99% chance of getting it, they'll be like, oh, I'm the one that won't. But you can. Take it seriously, and it's so easy to just get checked. Like, it takes an hour out of your day and it can save your life. Like, it's such a simple thing. Once you've been through something, it seems like a big hill to climb. If you think you're in perfect health, you're like, oh, I'll be fine, don't worry about it. I'll do that when I'm 50, do that when I'm 60, do that when I'm 70, but do it when you're 18, do it when you're 25, like Hugo says, or 30, or whatever age you are, just go get checked, because you're not immortal at the end of the day.